So coming to a nice comfortable seat. Let's scoot forward in the chair a little bit today so you can sit nice and tall. And if you want to today to start and you have blocks handy, maybe just place a block between your thighs. You're welcome to strap it in as well. So the block just gives you a little feedback so you can kind of gently squeeze in on that block. Again, not necessary if you're just not feeling that starting out, no big deal. Let's roll the shoulders back a few times. Paying attention to all of the crunchy sounds you might be hearing. And let's roll forward. Good, we're gonna roll back again. And maybe just slow it down a little bit. So really press those shoulder heads back, feel that openness across your heart and chest. It's almost like you're coming into a little cobra pose. And then hold on to that feeling. So your shoulder blades are releasing down. There's a little lift of your sternum up. Squeeze that block root down into your sit bones. Allow your hands to come to your thighs. So you have this nice tall seat. And definitely just being here like this, we're using a little core to sit upright. Allow your eyelids to close if they haven't already. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. And open your mouth, sigh the breath out, let it go, ha. Good, smooth, full, deep inhale. Sigh the breath out, maybe let the grumpies go. If you feel like letting them go, if you don't, keep them. Couple more times like that, just at your pace. And when you've done that a few times, when you feel good, when you feel complete, you're gonna then switch to inhaling through your nose and then also exhaling through your nose. You're welcome to practice your Ujjayi breath if that's something that feels right for you today. So with our Ujjayi breath, we're constricting the sides of the throat. So the breath is making a little sound. It's like ocean waves rolling in and out. Like that Darth Vader sound. You pick the image that resonates with you today. Sometimes this breath can feel like too much. It certainly creates a little heat inside the body. So if that's where you're at, just ease up a little bit. You're still inhaling and exhaling through your nose. You're not constricting the sides of your throat. The sound probably isn't quite as intense. Sometimes that's where we need to be. So right from the get-go, we're always assessing how we're feeling in this moment. We're allowing space for today to feel different than we felt yesterday. Our yoga practice might feel different today than it did last week. Allowing for that. You're bringing your attention to the sound of your breath, and it's going to wander. You're going to get distracted by other things happening around you. You're going to get distracted by those thoughts, ideas happening inside of you. That's normal. But we do try to kind of let a little bit of that go. We try to string together these moments of stillness. All right, let's take a nice deep inhale. Open your mouth, sigh the breath out. Ha. And then you can gently open your eyelids here. So up to you. If you're enjoying the feedback of the block, you can keep it. If your legs are feeling maybe a little fatigued from working a little harder, you're welcome to get rid of it. Let's go ahead and just continue to sit nice and tall, and let's exhale, drop our chin towards our chest. Might be a tiny amount. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, right ear drops towards right shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, left ear. Ooh, towards left shoulder. Good. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, chin drops. Inhale, lift. So we're going to just do a few rounds like this before we come into the hold. So we're kind of just trying to gently warm things up. It's like a little kind of like mini neck stretch flow. If your pace is a little different than mine, that's absolutely fine. And you're kind of just assessing how this is feeling. Where is there some tension? Where is there some tightness? And there's usually a lot in the neck and shoulders. Let's do one more. Full cycle like this. Your pace is a little different than mine. The next time your chin is towards your chest, you're just going to hold there. Visualize your breath going to the back of your neck, creating a little bit of space, a little bit of ease. Observe your shoulders. Are they trying to help out? Are they creeping up towards your ears? Soften them down. That might mean that you have to lift your chin a little bit, especially if the back of your neck, the shoulders are feeling really tight today. Inhale, chin lifts. Exhale, right ear drops to right shoulder. So you start to get a lot of sensation on the left side of your neck, those scalene muscles. Do less if you need to. It's not cheating. You're not being lazy. You're being smart. And then let's stay here like this, but let's tuck the chin as well. And then that might, I just find that it kind of goes more to the center back area of the shoulders, the neck. You might be feeling it in different places. And of course, if it feels too intense to have your chin tucked, you untuck it. Pay attention to your breath again. You have that inhale through your nose, that exhale through your nose. All right, so next inhale, just lift your chin. Take an exhale here. Inhale, head lifts. As we exhale, we drop our left ear towards our left shoulder. And again, just kind of releasing that right shoulder down. Mine is definitely wanting to help out a little bit here. It's a pretty intense stretch that I'm getting through this right side of my neck. Lovely work. On your next exhale, go ahead and tuck the chin as well. Explore that, see how it feels. Of course, if it doesn't feel good, you just go back to the place you were before. And again, you might just work with this visualization of the exhale going to the places in your neck that are extra tight, extra tender. Just visualize that the breath is helping to kind of create space, create ease, kind of sweep any cobwebs out. All right, so on an inhale, just lift your chin if you're in that variation. Take an exhale here. And then inhale, come back to center. Let's release the arms by our side. So gaze is just soft and gentle in front of you. And again, you're welcome to continue working with the block if you're liking that. If you need a little break from the block, you can remove it. We're going to inhale, take the arms out and up. And then exhale, turn the palms out and press the air away. A few times like that. Inhale, stretch out and up. So just getting some rotation at the shoulder girdle. Palms spin out. Exhale. Press down. Really engage the muscles in your arms. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And then this time, let's inhale, stretch the arms forward and up. And then exhale, forward and down. Can you find a little lift of your sternum throughout? Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale. So let's keep the left arm down. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Good. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, release down. Okay, so let's inhale, lift the right arm up. Take an exhale. And then we're going to inhale, left arm reaches, right arm releases. Take an exhale. Let's see. Let me get on the breath here. So exhale, let's switch. This is good for the brain, coordinating things like this. Inhale. Really nice. Exhale. Good. Inhale. And then we're going to just reverse that. So exhale. So inhale here. And then exhale, switch. And we'll do it a few times the other way. I think I may or may not have that right. It'll all be okay. It could make Tammy grumpier, and I apologize for that if that's the case. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Let's do one more. Exhale. A little brain teaser. Inhale. Okay, so keep reaching here. On your next inhale, stretch that right arm up. Good. Start to bring your gaze up. Continue to breathe here. So as you inhale, you're feeling a lift of your sternum. As you exhale, you're countering that by pressing into your sit bones. One more deep inhale. And then let's exhale. Take the arms out wide. Beautiful work. I'm going to go ahead and lose my block. My legs are feeling tired. If you have yours and you want to get rid of it as well, you're welcome to. So let's bring fingertips to our shoulder heads. And let's start by rolling forward. So you can move towards bringing the elbows in to touch each other if that feels good. If it doesn't feel good, you might be just a little more contained with your movement. So again, just paying attention to what feels nice in your body today. And then let's start to go in the opposite direction. So you get more of a feeling with the arms swinging back like this of back bending, especially in the thoracic, the upper body. Yep, and if one arm isn't working, you can just do it in the other. Always, you are welcome to modify. I encourage you to play around. All right, so let's come to center. So elbows reaching forward, nice deep inhale. Let's exhale, extend the arms forward. Inhale, take the arms wide. All right, exhale, little twists to the right. Take a nice deep inhale here. And then exhale, just release hands down. So this left hand might be on your right thigh. It might be on your left thigh. A lot of this depends on how this twist feels in your body. Here, just like with our neck and shoulder stretching, we want to make sure that the shoulders aren't creeping up. So we're softening them down. The shoulder blades are releasing towards those sit bones. Your shoulder heads are pressing back a little bit. And we've done a lot to warm up that shoulder girdle. Really see what's in front of you. You are perhaps moving your gaze towards looking out over that right shoulder. You might not get all the way there, but you're moving in that direction. And you're keeping your gaze soft and gentle. With each inhale, can you lift a little taller through the sides of your waist? Can you find length in your spine? Good, deep inhale. As we exhale, we're gonna unwind. Inhale, take the arms out wide again. And then as we exhale, we twist to the left. Good, take an inhale. And then exhale, release the hands down. This side might feel different. So again, especially with this right hand, it can be a few different places. Shoulder heads gently press back. Think cobra pose in your upper body. These look lovely. Finding length on your inhale. As you empty out on that exhale, maybe you're able to twist in like a millimeter, micromillimeter more. And then perhaps you're bringing your gaze towards that left shoulder. It might not get all the way there, but really see what's in front of you. Make sure there isn't any tension in your face, your jaw. Good, deep inhale. As you exhale, you unwind, come to center. And let's move into a little flow here. So just moving into some of our sun salutes. So if you do have a couple of blocks, this is a great place to set them up. The outer edges of your feet. So it just helps to bring the floor a little bit closer. If you don't have them, don't worry. And of course, they can be, you got 3 different options for height, which is nice. All right, so just do a little peek down at your feet. Just make sure that you're landing with your knees approximately over your ankles. Find those sit bones again. Let's release our arms by our sides. And maybe think outer hips squeezing in. Maybe try to remember some of that idea of what it was, what it felt like to have that block between your thighs. There's a little engagement. The outer thighs start to engage. Maybe you're feeling a little lift of your lower belly. So that core work, it's hard work just to sit. Okay, here we go. As we inhale, we're going to take the arms out and up. You could also reach forward and up if that feels better for you. Perhaps bring your gaze up, perhaps press palms. As you exhale, you might swan dive in. That does require a little support. You also just might take your hands to your thighs and roll on in. When you get there, allow your chin to drop towards your chest. Inhale, this is where you can press your hands into your blocks so your arms come to straight. They might also be on your shins or your thighs. Exhale, we release back in. Find outer hip squeezing in, lower belly pulling in and up. Use that to help you rise up to your extended mountain pose, and you can always use your hands to help you roll up. Again, maybe gaze up, press palms. As you exhale, hands can come down the midline. You can take the arms out wide if that feels good. Lots of ways to mix and match this Surya Namaskara. All right, inhaling, take up space. Find this sense of ease and gracefulness. Lovely. As you exhale, make your way into your Uttanasana, your deep forward fold. Inhale, you lengthen forward. As you exhale, fold back in. And then make your way back up to your extended mountain pose, whatever that might look like in your body. As you exhale, releasing arms back to your heart. So let's do 3 more. I'm not going to cue you. You can just move at your pace. If you're not feeling these sun salutes today, you just might come into simple cat-cow. So forward and back, which is a nice like little mini flow, mini vinyasa. If you just wanted to do 1 or 2 of these sun salutes and then some cat-cows, honor that. Maybe bringing your attention to your breath, really soaking up that sound. It's your soundtrack here. When you're done with your 3rd round, just pause in your mountain pose, palms together at your heart. You can close your eyes and you're just going to take a moment, going to check in. We're about halfway through class. How are you feeling? You're starting to notice some heat inside your body. Maybe you're kind of feeling in the zone a little bit, maybe a little calmer, a little quieter. Good. So gently blink your eyes open, release your hands down. So I'm going to try something here. Probably should have tried this on my own, but it's just sort of popped into my brain. So I don't know how it's going to work. So I'm thinking that this is going to be a little core. We're going to see what happens. So all that being said, as we go here, if it's not working for you, I'm going to just invite you to come into a little cat-cow. But as you're doing that, I want you to maybe put your brain down there in your belly button. So as you're rounding in, belly button's reaching towards those back ribs. And then as you're arching forward, it's going in the opposite direction. So there might be a little more core. So if you want to play with me a little bit here, you're going to find a nice mountain pose. And we're going to interlace our fingers underneath our right thigh. And you can try that. And if it's not happening, like I said, you just come into some cat-cow. All right, so from here, same thing. We're going to kind of pull the belly in and up. We're going to inhale, squeeze the knee in a little more. And then exhale, and release down, hover that foot, chin to chest. Inhale, a little squeeze. You can think outer hips in. Exhale. Let's do two more. Inhale. Exhale. Let's inhale, squeeze in, and then let's stay here just for a couple of breaths. Keep breathing. Maybe get a little more lift of your sternum. Next, exhale, release down. Take a couple of breaths before we move into the second side. Let's do did that do anything? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Maybe. Well, we're going to do it on the other side just to even it out. I will play with that. That will be my homework this week. I will refine that. All right, so interlacing fingers underneath your left thigh. All right, so inhale, really squeeze it in, feel a little lift of your sternum. So it's a little of the cat-cow feeling here. And then exhale, curl in, release that leg down. Inhale, pull it up any amount. A lot of that has to do with hip flexibility. Round in, just the length of limbs. Good. So I think we got one more here. You're squeezing and you're squeezing those outer hips in. Belly button's like zippering up. And then exhale, release, beautiful work. Okay, so I'm having another core idea. This is all on Amy. Just make sure that you're landing with your ankles underneath your knees. We're gonna come into a little crescent pose and we're gonna do like a little twisting work. So you could stay here, always welcome to stay in this position. Maybe you extend your left leg to straight. And you just want to make sure that you still have your legs about hips distance apart. All right, so we got the setup in our legs. Release your arms by your sides, little external rotation at the shoulder socket. Inhale, stretch the arms out and up. Just do this a few times. Exhale, palms, palm down the midline, and then release a few times like this. Inhale. Maybe gazing up, exhale. Good, inhale this time, just leave those arms up. So about shoulders distance apart, especially if your shoulders are a little tighter. Imagine that somebody is holding onto your wrist, gently tractioning you up. You take breaks with the arms if you need to. Maybe you start to bring your gaze up. All right, so first let's come into a twist here. So as you exhale, bring hands to heart center. Think shoulder heads pressing back as palms press in towards each other. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, little twist to the right. Inhale, center. Let's go the other direction. Exhale, little twist to the left. Inhale, center. Couple times like this. Exhale, little twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, little twist to the left. Inhale, center. And then this time we exhale, twist to the right. Let's take a few breaths like this. Continue to really press those palms in towards each other. And then stay here like this. If you wanted to hinge forward, you might be able to bring your left elbow somewhere on that left thigh. You can almost find a little leverage to wrap your left ribs up towards the ceiling a little more. These look good. It's a pretty deep twist. Notice how it gets very challenging to find a deep full inhale here. Do your best. Let's take one more deep inhale. Exhale, twist in a little deeper. And then inhale, rise on up. Use your belly to help get you there. Untwist. And let's release the arms down and then inhale, stretch them up. Okay, so we're going to interlace our fingers. Let's put the right index finger on top. And then you're going to bend your elbows. So you're kind of cradling the back of your head. And if that's not working, your hands can be further apart. It can actually be very challenging to do this. All right, so here we go. As you exhale, you're going to hinge forward slightly. We're going to take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, a little twist forward to the right. Inhale up. Exhale. These are like little crunches. You're welcome. Inhale up. Exhale. Good. Inhale up. One more. Exhale. Inhale all the way up. Take the arms out wide. And then exhale. Release down. Good work. Give the shoulders a little workout. Find a little movement. You might be feeling a little burn in those core muscles. All right, so second side, go ahead and bend that left knee if you had that leg extended. Again, side to side, these poses can look really different. So you might choose to stay here like this with your legs. You might take that right leg and extend it straight forward. Do just make sure that your legs are on train tracks, not a balance beam. Feel both of those sit bones pressing evenly. All right, so let's release our arms by the side. So on this one, let's go ahead and do that forward stretch again. So inhale, reach up. And exhale, release. Good, inhale. Exhale. And one more inhale, stretch up. And hold here, arms about shoulders distance apart. As you press into your sit bones, maybe you start to lift your sternum up. Maybe you're gazing up. Really nice. As we exhale, we're going to bring palms to heart center. So they're vigorously pressing. And then the shoulder heads are pressing back. Deep inhale here. Exhale, little twist to the left. Good, inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Good, inhale back to center. Exhale, we twist to the left. Good, inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Beautiful, inhale back to center. And then we exhale, we twist to the left and we hang out here for A few breaths. And this is a lot of core work. Holding this twist, wrapping these right ribs to the left. Try to fill up on the inhale. If this feels like enough, you stay here. If you'd like to start to tip forward, maybe that right elbow lands somewhere on that left thigh. And then really press that left palm into your right palm. Maybe that helps you to twist in a little deeper. These look great. Kind of see what's in front of you. Your gaze might be moving towards that left shoulder. So this is kind of that action that we're going to be getting in those crunches that are about to happen. So let's go ahead. Nice deep inhale. Full complete exhale. Good. Inhale, unwind. Come back to center. Exhale, release hands down. Inhale, reach them out and up. So interlace your fingers. This time put the left index finger and thumb on top, and then go ahead and bend the elbows. Good. So sitting nice and tall, deep inhale. And then let's exhale, hinge forward slightly. Take another inhale. Exhale, use that emptying out to twist to the left. Inhale, unwind. Exhale, twist to the left, little crunch. Good for the obliques, those muscles on the sides of the waist. Exhale. Good, inhale. Exhale. Good, inhale. Come on up. Release the hands. Good work. Give everything a little roll out, shake out. You can rebend that right knee. So just finding a nice mountain pose. Good. So let's do a little of our Ustrasana camel pose. I'm going to just turn my chair sideways here. So just a little back bending, which will help us to find a little extension in the spine, which will feel really nice after all of that core work and that core support that will help us to find this shape. Okay, so same position we usually start in. We're just landing with our knees over our ankles, rooting into the sit bones. Let's all take our hands to our hips and then elbows squeeze in towards each other. Just that action in and of itself is going to help us to find a little lift of the sternum. And you're just going to keep your gaze soft and gentle. You're going to keep looking forward here. And then imagine that there's this wheel in your heart and it's spinning up towards the ceiling. Maybe you start to bring your gaze up. Can you keep belly button, front of body pressing towards back of body, outer hip squeeze in? Good, and then we're just going to release. So just come back to more of a neutral spine. Good, so again, you can just bring your hands to your hips, feel the elbow squeeze in, and then inhale, really lift your chest, keep squeezing the elbows in. And then on your next inhale, let's stretch that right arm up and over any amount. Keep breathing. Keep shoulder blades releasing down. Exhale, release that right arm down. And then inhale, left arm reaches. Breath smooth and steady out. Our hips squeeze in, lower belly pulls in and up. Exhale, release that left arm, elbow squeeze in, inhale, one more lift of the heart. And then exhale, just release. And you might find that you want to drop your chin towards your chest here just to counteract the action that was happening in the back of the neck. Chin gently lifts. Let's do one more. So hands to hips. Root down into your sit bones. Inhale, imagine that there's that wheel in your thoracic upper spine, helping to coil you up towards the ceiling. And you might drop your head all the way back this time, assuming it feels okay. A big stretch on the front of the neck. A little more sternum towards ceiling if you can. Good, deep inhale. And then exhale. Wind on up. And just come back to a nice tall seat. Good work. And let's just stretch out the hips a little bit before we move into some breath work. So a couple of options here. You are welcome to come into your seated pigeon pose. So crossing right ankle above left knee, if this is something that's available to you. Some days it works, some days it doesn't. Option 2 would just be to find any external rotation in this right hip socket. And you don't have to open up very far. Just go to that place where you're feeling a little bit of a stretch. We're going to take right hand, you can press back. You might not need to do that. If you're getting sensation, skip it. If you are seated, you're pressing your right hand down. Again, only if you need to. And then we're just going to take some nice, smooth, steady breaths here. Give this a nice little hold today. Good, like minute and a half. You always back out a little bit if you need to. Take little mini breaks. Maybe notice how when we move into these like really static poses where we're not flowing with the breath, how the thoughts can kick up sometimes. Sometimes it can be helpful to count the breath. Just give your brain a little something to chew on. A couple more good moments here, and then we're going to do a twist before we come into our second side. All right. So regardless of what shape you're in, as you inhale, arms reach out and up. Exhale, little twist to the left. Release, hands down. And if you are in the seated pigeon pose, this right hand could be anywhere on that right shin. It might be holding that foot. It just kind of depends on how your body is feeling. Good, one more deep inhale. As you exhale, you unwind, come to center, And then move towards setting up for your second side, which could be a different variation. So again, we have this warrior two leg, finding that external rotation in the left hip socket, open up as good as, or as much as, you're feeling a stretch. That's all the further you need to go. It could be a tiny, tiny movement. If it is available to you to cross this left ankle above your right knee, you're welcome to do that. If there's any sensation in your knee, flex this right foot. That's going to help to engage those muscles around the knee, or maybe do the other variation. And then right away, you are getting curious about how this side feels in your body as compared to the other side. Is it a little tighter? Is it about the same? Feel a little easier? And again, just bringing your attention to your breath, especially if you're finding that the thoughts are kicking up a lot, maybe counting your breath to distract the mind a bit. Beautiful. Let's inhale, stretch the arms out wide. Exhale, twist the right, and then just release the hands down. You're just finding a little leverage to help wrap those left ribs to the right. All right, as you exhale, unwind, find your Tadasana, your mountain pose. Let's move into a little breath work. Let's do our wave breath. We haven't done that in a while. So as you'll recall, with our wave breath, we're kind of, each inhale gets progressively deeper. So you could think of sets of waves when you're at the ocean, how one comes in small and then the next is a little bigger. The one after that is bigger still. So let's just imagine that we're on a beautiful beach in Hawaii right now, and the waves are coming in sets of 5. So we'll work with that. So find your nice tall seat. Allow your eyelids to close here. So this first one, inhale just a little bit. Exhale through your nose. Inhale a little more. Exhale through your nose. Inhale a little more still. Exhale all that breath out. All right, so you're inhaling. This is almost your fullest breath, but not quite. Exhale through your nose, let it go. So this time you're filling up. It's the biggest wave. It's the wave you want to catch. And then exhale air out through your nose. And then just take a few rounds of easy breathing. Just kind of let that go. And then let's do one more set again together like that. So as you exhale, feel completely empty. Inhale the small waves coming in. Exhale the breath out through your nose. All right, inhale a little more. Exhale. So inhaling, you're about halfway there, halfway full. Exhale. All right, inhale, a little more still. Full, complete exhale through your nose. Here's the big wave coming in. Exhale, empty out. Get a few rounds of easy breathing. Just kind of letting that go. And then you're going to do one more round of that wave breath just on your own. You can stretch it out a little. You can add, subtract. You can find little pauses between each inhale and exhale. And when you're complete with that, you're going to make your way into some form of shavasana. So the important piece here is that you feel relaxed. You might stay exactly where you're at. You might want to find a bit of a forward fold, especially if you have a table or a desk in front of you, kind of like a supported child's pose. You're always welcome to come into classic shavasana on the floor, so laying down. Find this sense of ease, this sense of release. You let your breath find its own natural rhythm. And we take these final few moments to be still, to allow our body and our brain to assimilate all of the poses, all of the breathing that we've done this past hour. We kind of create this transition into the rest of our day. Shavasana. Asato ma satgamaya. Tamasoma joytir gamaya. Mrityormamritam gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Take a deeper inhale. Open your mouth, sigh the breath out, let it go. Ha. And just start to bring some gentle movement back to your body, whatever that looks like. So wiggle, circle ankles, wrists, stretch. You'll eventually land with your hands in a pile on top of your heart. Final check-in here. Notice how you feel differently, what's shifted for you. Hopefully it feels like you're sitting a little taller with a greater sense of ease, more space inside your body. Notice how your breath has shifted. It feels a little steadier, a little richer. And then as a result of body and breath working together, perhaps your headspace has shifted. Maybe you're feeling a little calmer, a little more focused, maybe even a little sense of joy. Let's promise yourself that you're going to carry this good feeling with you into the rest of the day, the week ahead. Finally, just bow your head with a smile. Terrific work today, everybody. Thank you. Good to see all.